Disney's new disability pass is affecting a lot of people, including my dad.
I don't know what happened.
And to top it all off, if you lie about your disability now, you'll get banned for life. So why is Disney doing this? Is it a money grab for them, or do they have a legitimate reason? We're gonna dig deeper into it, y'all. So please come and explore with us. We just did a recent video on 10 tips and tricks. If you haven't seen that, I would highly encourage you to go do it, because these are tips that you're not going to hear anywhere else. These are great tips, and Disney doesn't even tell you about them. So I'll put the link down in the description. I would go watch that if I were you. But part of what we put in those tips had to do with the DAS Pass. Now everything has changed, so we thought we would do this video to kind of update everything. The question I ask myself, is this a problem that Disney has caused themselves? Because DAS has been around for a long time, the disability pass, and now we're just having problems with it in the last 5 years. I guess there's a stat out there saying that the use of the DAS Pass is up 3 times as much as it was 5 years ago. In the last 5 years, it's increased that much. I would probably say it's even more than that. But things didn't really start becoming a problem until Genie Plus was, introduced 2 years ago. People used to get Fast Pass for free, and now all of a sudden they're not getting it for free, so they're looking for other options. And unfortunately, this isn't Disney's fault, because people sometimes just are a little dishonest. Now, it's not for me to say and to judge anybody on if you've used the DAS Pass or not. That is completely up to you. It's out of my realm. I don't care. I'm not here to judge anybody. I promise you that. Because this is affecting a lot of people. For instance, my father cannot go to Disney World now with a DAS Pass. He has a lot of ailments, and all these ailments before he can use. But now he doesn't qualify for the DAS Pass. So now the DAS Pass is just good for those with autism or things kind of in that nature. Which is okay, because I completely get that. But there were a lot of other people that had many issues that was hard for them to stand in line. I know a lady that has kidney disease, and on top of that, she has kidney stones all the time. It's hard for her kidneys to regulate the water in her body, so sitting or standing outside too long in the sun causes her to have health issues. So when needed, the DAS Pass was helpful so she can get in and out of lines quickly enough without causing too many health issues. She would use the DAS Pass periodically because she needed it. But now she doesn't have that choice. Instead, now Disney says, hey, you know what? We still have that feature for you, but you're just going to have to pay for it now, and it's called Genie Plus. So I guess that's just the way it is now. Most people are just going to have to use Genie Plus, and that just makes more money for Disney. I guess that's what they wanted. I don't know. Some of these disabilities are serious, and people still want to go to Disney and enjoy it. So this kind of hurts a lot of people, and it kind of makes me sad in a way. But in a way, I see why Disney's doing it, because there are people out there that are abusing the system. I've witnessed it myself. I saw a person that was more of an acquaintance than a friend. This person was lying about the DAS Pass. The reason that was being said to the cast member was about anxiety. And so because of this anxiety, the DAS Pass was issued. And so some of these DAS Passes were just given away real easily. I've seen it firsthand that these things were just given out. These poor cast members. I think that's who I feel sorry more than anything, is these cast members. They were put in situations where people would just come in with reason after reason after reason why they should have a DAS Pass. And I'm sure it was really difficult for these cast members to determine who gets it and who doesn't. We had a situation once with my son. We went in there. He just had surgery on his knee. We thought we could get him a DAS Pass. We weren't aware that if it was a mobile issue, we couldn't get a DAS Pass, but we learned real fast. We didn't complain about it. We were just like, okay, didn't know that, but now we know. So he just was on a scooter, and he can just stand and sit in line on the scooter, which makes sense, right? This new disability pass enrollment will be effective May the 20th at Walt Disney World and June 18th at Disneyland. The DAS enrollment for the program will extend to last 120 days instead of 60. And the DAS party size will be limited to include only immediate family members or no more than 4 guests. So the way that I read that, if you're not a family member, there's only 4 of you or 3 of you with the person with the DAS Pass that can use it. But I'm assuming with families, I'm sure that size is going to vary. So immediate family members, whatever that number is, will probably be able to use the DAS Pass with that person that needs it. One of the things that Disney's really doing to try to crack down on those that are cheating this system is that if you get caught lying, you're getting banned for life from Disney World or Disneyland, probably from any of their parks. Let's read the statement. If it is determined that any of the statements a guest made in the process of obtaining DAS are not true, the guest will be permanently barred from entering the Walt Disney World Resort and the Disneyland Resort. and any previously purchased annual passes, Magic Key passes, tickets, or other park products and services will be forfeited and not refunded. So I guess they're just not messing around anymore. They're really taking this serious. But I'm like, it's almost like I get it. I get why you're doing it, but I also can't look away from that money grab. Like, you see all these people kind of abusing it, which some people probably are, but some people aren't. They really have legitimate reasons. And Disney's just saying, look, we're going to narrow this down to just a small group of people. The rest of you will just have to deal with it in other ways. But if you want it, you can go buy Genie Plus. What does that do? That makes more money for Disney. So it's hard to look past that. I feel better for the cast members more than anything in all this, because they don't have to now determine these things. Because when you go to do the Dash Pass, there's no longer doing Dash Pass in the park. You have to do it beforehand. I think online, or even maybe outside the park, they'll have some setup. I'm not quite sure how all that works yet. But, I can see a lot of people getting upset over this, and rightfully so. My dad's probably not going to be too happy about it. But the big question is, will it work? I guess time will tell if it'll work. They're trying to fix the problem, but are they really fixing the problem? I don't know. I guess we'll see. The main problem that's really happening is what it's doing to the lines at Disney World that I see. These lines get really long in these standby lines because these lightning lanes are longer, and because of the people using the Dash Pass and buying Genie Plus or individual lightning lanes, it causes that line to be long. They let more people through that than they do the standby, so the standby gets a longer wait than they should. I could see that by them cracking down on the Dash Pass, that lightning lane should flow a little better. So I see the positive part of that, and the standby line should move more efficiently. I hope it works better that way, because that would make it a better thing. I don't condone those that have used this in the wrong way. I think that there are people out there that really need it, and I feel sorry for those that were using it in the right way that can't now. I feel really bad for them, because this is a hard thing for a lot of people. But there are some still out there that can use it, and so I hope the system works the way it's supposed to, because there are people that really need these things, and I hope that we could just treat everybody with kindness and be kind to everybody. And me, for one, I don't want to judge anybody if they're using the Dash Pass in any way. That's not my place. That's their lives. We don't know what people are going through. I really hope this works. I'm a little confused by it and everything, but I hope it works. I see their reasoning. I feel better for the cast members, like I said. I guess time will tell, but I appreciate you watching this video. I hope this helped in any way. But if you haven't watched our 10 tips and tricks, I would go see that video, because it's actually a really good video. Appreciate you watching, y'all. Hopefully we'll see you on the next video.